So, it's my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce Rachel, who is one of the sincerest, most softly spoken, determined dragons you are ever likely to meet. Rachel Elnaugh.
Thank you. So, thank you very much, Bev, for initiating this and for organising it.
I had to, actually. I'm not the sort of, should have said I'm not the sort of person to do this, but my hand's been forced, so there we go. I can only do what I can, set myself, my conscience a little more at rest anyway, to make more people aware about what's going on.
Yeah. So big thanks for initiating it, and also thank you to the Village Hall and for organising this and giving us permission to talk here.
Just about, yeah.
And also to the Snail for publicising it, because I know it was all of the kind of like, we don't know whether we want to do this. It's really beautiful to have a forum for freedom of speech, and my intention this evening is to lead an open discussion. So I'm going to give a little bit of a talk, and then we will open it. So if you have any burning questions, observations, reactions, please save them, and there'll be plenty of time for everyone to have their voice heard who wants to speak. And as I said, I am recording this, so if you want to speak but you don't want to be on the recording, that's fine, and just let me know afterwards, and I will I'll make sure I edit you out. Bev did offer to pay me to do this gig, but I said no, because I don't accept any payment for any of the work that I do around the freedom and liberation work that I do. And I invited Bev instead to channel that money into free wine, and I think you brought your whiskey as well.
Certainly.
Which is very sweet of you.
People are interested.
Yeah. I'll explain a little bit about my journey, because I know there's been questions about my credibility. So I'll tell you a bit about my journey, but just to explain about the circle. I've done lots of speaking as a result of my Dragon's Den BBC kind of fame. Maybe I've spoken at 300 different events, and normally the speaker's on the stage and everyone's in rows. But it is quite nice to sit in a circle, especially if we're going to have a group discussion, because we can see one another and hear one another really powerfully. So just to ask before we begin, does anyone need to leave early? Like, does anyone need to leave before 8:30? Could you put your hand up? So if anyone does leave before 8:30, I'll know that you're either disgusted or bored. So of those two, actually, the worst is bored for a speaker. When people start leaving the room. Okay. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about my journey, and I'll lead into what we're going to talk about. Just to ask, though, before I do that, who has heard of the Great Reset? Hands up. Most people? No?
No, 50, not quite 50.
Have you heard mention of the phrase the Great Reset? Mentioned by Boris Johnson and politicians and people talking about the Great Reset? No. Has anyone actually read the book?
Saw the film.
You saw the film?
Yeah.
Is there a film?
Well, there's the World Economic Forum film about the Great Reset.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Right. I thought there was some kind of Hollywood movie that was up for an Oscar or something, or some Netflix extravaganza. Okay.
I've heard about the Great Reset.
Oh, you have? Okay.
I don't know if it's anything to do with that book.
Okay.
Well,
so
that looks a very interesting book.
Yeah, it is an interesting book. And actually, I originally bought this book back in summer of 2020, and I gave my original copy away to someone, and I actually rebought it for the purposes of the talk this evening. I revisited it. So much as I hate to pour money into the coffers of Klaus Schwab, this is my second copy.
That's fine then, haven't you?
Yeah, anyway, but I'm going to come on to that in a sec.